The book of Job, chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds, that he cannot pass. First and foremost, all praise and glory to our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Barakathu Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rekah Kodash. Give double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well over us. Peace and salutations to our sincere brothers, pushing his truth throughout the four corners of the earth, week in and week out, risking their lives. And shalom to our sincere brothers and sisters, as always, fearing and trusting in Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. Amen. Kwam Yashrala. Rise Israel. This came in yesterday, but it says, China stuns West with hypersonic missile test. FT reported China's new hypersonic glide vehicle was launched with a Long March rocket, seen here carrying China's Change 5 lunar probe for its space program. And it reads further down. A Chinese hypersonic test flight involving a high-speed missile launch points to a major breakthrough, but Beijing capacity to deploy the advanced technology in combat is still doubtful, experts said. The American defense establishment has been rattled by the discovery that a Chinese hypersonic glider around the Earth test flight in July culminated in the firing of a missile in mid-flight at more than 5 times the speed of sound over the South China Sea, media reports said at the weekend. Top powers, the United States, Russia, and China have all been experimenting with so-called hypersonic glide vehicles, defined as reaching speeds of at least Mach 5. But up to now, none had displayed comparable mystery of a mid-flight missile launch. There's only so much you can do. But I would like to play this quick interview when Dr. Michio Kaku, theological physicist, and he was talking about chariots. Well, they call it so-called UFOs. Well, they call it chariots. Salakia. They call it UFOs, but we know it as IFOs. All right? And hear what he has to say.
Are these aliens? Are they among us?
Well, in the old days, we relied on hearsay and eyewitness accounts. Somebody saw something in the sky, but now We have mountains of videotapes taken by United States Navy pilots. We've analyzed them frame by frame. This is a gold mine of data. We now realize that they travel between Mach 3 and Mach 20, up to 20 times the speed of sound. The G-forces they experience when they zigzag is several hundred times the force of gravity on the planet.
If you hear what he says, they go between Mach 5 and 20. Between Mach 5 and 20. And it says here in the report, top powers, the United States, Russia, and China have all been experimented with so-called hypersonic glide vehicles, defined as reaching speeds of at least Mach 5. But up to now, none have displayed comparable mystery of a mid-flight missile launch. But listen to what he's going to say. Let me go back a bit. Listen what he's going to say. All right? Because they cannot go beyond their power that is being given unto them. Right?
To 20 times the speed of sound. The G-forces they experience when they zigzag is several hundred times the force of gravity on the planet Earth. They can descend 80,000 feet within a matter of just a few seconds, and apparently they can even dive underwater. Now compare that with modern technology today. We can barely hit Mach 20 with what is called a hypersonic drone.
We can barely hit Mach 20. All right?
We think that the G-forces are so great that there's probably no person inside these craft. A person would be crushed by the G-forces of zigzagging in the air at that rate. So we think they're probably cybernetic, part mechanical, part biologic.
But listen, remember, by the twinkling of the eye, your body has to be changed before you enter into the chariot. Glory be to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Glory be to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Let's continue.
Who knows for sure? But then the question is, what are they? Well, it turns out that you're pushing the very boundary of what Russia, the United States, and what China can do. All three countries have admitted that they are working on hypersonic weapons. But this is cutting-edge technology. The United States abandoned hypersonic technology 2 years ago because they were unstable. When you zigzag, you can easily spiral out of control. And so the military said, well, let's put that for a later date.
I have to laugh about that. Ha ha ha. Right? They said it goes out of control. It's just too fast. They can't control that kind of speed. All right? I play that one more time. You see, they don't know what kind of power that they're dealing with.
Because they were unstable when it happened. All three countries have admitted that they are working on hypersonic weapons. But this is cutting-edge technology. The United States abandoned hypersonic technology 2 years ago because they were unstable. When you zigzag, you can easily spiral out of control. And so the military said, well, let's put that for a later date. Now, of course, all three powers, China, Russia, the United States, are very much interested in hypersonic drones. But you see, these flying saucers, on the other hand, they go back decades, way before hypersonic drones were being thought of by the militaries. So what are they? Well, the short answer is, we don't know.
Well, we know what they are. Yes? That's why it is a great pleasure, a very great pleasure to know what they are, right? So to conclude, I'm going to read Psalms 103, verse 1. A psalm of David. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. I have to say that one more time, brothers and sisters. Psalms 103, verse 1. A psalm of David. Bless the Lord, O my soul. Bless the Lord, all in caps. Bless Yahweh, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. So it's a grateful thing to serve our high power, Yahweh, and his son, Yahweh Shai. Hope this is edifying and uplifting to your spirit. Right? Because it is a great pleasure to know what they are. Shalom.